A billionaire CEO, desperate to avoid a blind date arranged by his family, randomly stopped a stranger on the street. He pulled the man into a nearby alley and exchanged clothes with him, successfully escaping the matchmaking setup. Just as he was about to leave, he encountered a woman in a similar predicament. She was being pressured by her mother to go on blind dates and get married. She had been trying to convince her family that she was already married, but they didn't believe her. When she spotted him, she immediately grabbed his hand and introduced him as her husband. The CEO looked at this stranger in confusion. She quietly promised to pay him for his help. Though initially reluctant to get involved in someone else's problems, he was about to walk away when he noticed his assistant searching for him with a group of bodyguards. He quickly returned to the woman's side and pretended to be her husband. This way, they both temporarily escaped their family's marriage pressures. However, to confirm that she was truly married, the woman's family demanded they immediately register their marriage. With no other choice, she asked for his continued cooperation in going through with the marriage registration. To convince him, she promised a generous payment. The CEO agreed to the arrangement to avoid his own family's matchmaking efforts, but concealed his true identity to ensure they could easily dissolve the marriage later. What he never expected was that this woman was actually his childhood betrothed, the very person he had been arranged to marry since childhood. Later, the woman brought him home to meet her parents. Her parents were very pleased with him and warmly invited him to stay overnight. The next day, the village chief learned that a wealthy businessman would be visiting and decided to organize a grand welcome ceremony, notifying all villagers to attend. When the woman's parents heard the news, they hurried home to wake their daughter for the event. Upon entering the room, the mother was surprised to find the CEO sleeping on the floor. He quickly explained that he moved there because of his restless sleeping habits. The woman supported his explanation, and her mother reluctantly accepted it. The mother then urged her daughter to participate in the village beauty contest. Though the daughter initially refused, she eventually gave in to her mother's persistence. At the competition venue, she encountered her malicious cousin who began to mock her. Unable to tolerate the ridicule, she made a bet with her cousin and firmly decided to participate in the contest. The cousin smugly mentioned her wealthy boyfriend and boasted that he had already bribed the judges, ensuring the woman would certainly lose. Not to be outdone, the woman declared she would show her cousin what real ability looked like. The CEO, who had come to observe, witnessed everything. Seeing that the woman was about to be taken advantage of, he immediately instructed his assistant to help her behind the scenes.